There's a fish. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Hello, welcome back guys. Back out on the boat. Set the alarm for silly o'clock this morning, was out, left the house by 4 AM. I've zoomed out, first light, sitting over the top of some wrecks. I've grabbed the trusty jigging rod and reel, got a few nice new Joker slow jigs to test out, and we're just waiting on a bit of tide movement. It's just over high water at the moment. As soon as we start getting a bit of a run, going to start getting a bit jiggy with it and try to nab a few fish with any luck. Reel's loaded up with 25-pound Daiwa J braid, the multicoloured one. I do prefer that multicoloured braid. It does give you, especially when you're using the slow jigs, it gives you an idea where you are in relation to the wrecks. You know, they're not cheap, 9-10 quid per jig. You don't want to be frying too many away every trip, hitting the wreck and snagging up. You know, obviously there are always casualties. We all lose a few bits of gear, but you can try to reduce that just by, you know, understanding where you are in relation to the wreck and whatnot. And most definitely what you don't want to do is be throwing a tenner a drop down there, because that becomes an expensive game then. So I've got the 25-pound multicoloured braid. I have got a 25-pound leader, mono leader, fluorocarbon, little lure clip, and onto the little pink and gold Joker jig here. This one's 130 grams. We've got hardly any tide movement at the minute. Long way down there, 220 feet that is. I've just upped it to a 170 gram jig now. Just getting pulled away from the boat a little bit too much on the lighter jig, so we'll put a heavier one to get a little bit more direct contact with it straight down there. With the slow jigs, you definitely don't want to be drifting miles away horizontally. You know, the whole action of these jigs is up and down through the water column, not along the water, side to side. So you want to stay above them if you can, or relatively above them, to give them the lift motion and the fluttering down motion. fish.
Got some friends here, look. Beautiful animals. Hello, mate. And just on cue, there's a fish. Well, that's good. Feels solid. Lovely. We'll definitely take that. Excellent. I was just having a look at the dolphins there, and something latched hold of it. What do we have? It's a cod. Lovely. That's good. Very nice. Certainly take that one. So, we've got ourselves a nice little cod there. And look at the gnashes on them, look. And that's why they're happy to take the jig. Fish. Oh, that's dropped off down. That was a tank of a fish, that one. That was like a man pulling the rod. Fish off. Oh, come. Fish on. And that one's pulling. Oh dear. There's a fish. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Lovely. And that is what it's all about. Oh yeah. This one's hanging on. Lovely. That was it once again on the drop. I brought it a few turns up, hit a long pole, and then on the drop, wallop. And this one feels like a nice fish. He's really bouncing. I wonder what this could be. He's not happy, whatever it is. Going very, very well. Lovely fight on this small jigging rod. It's so much fun. He's way off there, I can see him miles out. And it's a nice pollock with his mouth open in the tide. Beautiful fish, that one. That one probably is into double figures, I think. I'm going to just chin it out. Oh yeah, that's easily into double figures. And look at the joker jig, just hanging out of his mouth. Wunderbar. That's a really nice fish, that one. And that's why he went off like a steam train. I'm going to put that one on the scales because that's every bit 12 or 13 pounds, I reckon. And that is 12 and a half. Yeah, 12 and a half pounds. Really nice solid pollock, that one. And there we go, have a look at this one. Just under 13 pounds, that. Absolutely solid, pure muscle, brilliant fight on the joker jig. Happy days. Once again, there we go, on the drop. I'm getting knocks on the drop. We'll just go for a couple of jigs in that area. You've got to be clued on, and there we go. Oh. And you see there, that's a drop fish there. You've got to be clued on and fishing right from the moment when you're dropping the lure down with these. It's definitely going to pay dividends for you to be paying attention and working whenever you're in the take zone. And if you're feeling knocks on the line, it's worth stopping the line going down, putting your finger on the spool and giving it a few jigs, because you will catch fish like that. You definitely catch fish. And there's a fish, brilliant, on the drop, as per. And this one really feels solid. It hasn't dived at all. Had a few shakes of his head. Definitely feels like a good weight. Now he's banging around. I wonder what this could be. Certainly got some weight to it. And he's definitely banging around. I wonder if we've attached to another cod here. It could well be this one. It feels like a very solid weight. Oh yeah, that's really going well. It's a lovely fish, this one, whatever it is. It's nodding away. Now what do we have? It's colour down there, and we have got, it's another big pollock. A strange fight from that one, but wow, that has absolutely engulfed that lure like nobody's business. I think that probably is what had it fighting quite different, because he's eaten that lure down. I don't know if you can see that, right down his gob. And there you go, have a look at that. There's the jig hanging out of his gill. Here we go, another beast from the depths. Lovely fish. Every bit close on £10 again, if not just over. It's a very nice fish, this one again.
Lovely. Well guys, I think that'll do us for the day. Today's one of them strange days really, that I'm leaving the mark now and I'm going to start heading in. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. We've done about 3.5, 4 hours solid fishing, but I'm leaving fish, if I'm honest. I've had fish on the last drift, a small pollock, but I've gotten to the stage where the fish box is full. Not all the pollock go back very well. I do like to eat the fish. I also have a couple of elderly neighbours that always take a few fillets off me, so I'm happy that I sort of provide for my little local neighbourhood with a few fish. But once the fish box is full, particularly with pollock, I've got a nice cod as well. That's enough, and I don't want to be taking fish and knocking them on the head for nothing. I've got some nice clean fillet, in the freezer indoors as it is. I live local, I do this all the time, I can come and go. I've had a couple of nice pollock, good double figure size fish, had a few small ones, lost a couple of steam trains, and also that nice cod. So that'll be a wrap really, you can't argue with that. Verdict on the joker jig. First time out using them, and yeah, the pink and the gold lure that I used today was absolutely dynamite. I've got to say, no complaints whatsoever. Hit plenty of fish. Some of them absolutely scoffed it down, as you saw earlier. One of them to the point where the jig actually was coming back out through its gills. And yeah, thumbs up for them. I'll definitely be buying a few more, and definitely be having them in the box as probably a go-to, if I'm totally frank. Good lure, works well, catches fish. I'm pleased that I got the cod on it also, because it's good. The pollock, when they're balled up and in numbers, sometimes you feel like you could catch them on a bit of tin foil, to be totally honest. However, taking a nice cod also is a bonus, and it shows you that they're working for other species of fish. I'm looking forward to when the bass get on the wrecks. They're not quite on the wrecks yet, and they're at the moment balled up and chasing fish, bait fish more inshore, and a little later on in the season around here they'll go out onto the wrecks, and then that's when using the slow jigs in particular comes right into its own. You'll find that with the slow jigs, compared to your old faithful sort of sidewinder method, catching bass on wrecks, if you're having a contest with somebody on the sidewinders, you're going to knock them to pieces, if I'm totally honest. I found that the slow jigs really do smash the bass, so I'm looking forward to that, and I'll definitely be working a few of these joker jigs in the box for when they come. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you again next time.